All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live, and it's Bristol night, baby. Oh, my lord. I am so excited for this. I like race day at Bristol is like it's like the greatest. It's like the greatest day in the world. It's like Christmas all over again. And like, my God, I'm so happy. I so and to top it all off, we have the we have um like this is the final race before they start, four heads begin to roll. So I uh I, I'm ready to go. Like, you got and on top of that, we got Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and Mark Truex Jr. all outside the cut line as it sits right now. Hamlin -6, Keselowski -12, Truex -14, and Harrison Burton. He's not out of it. He's -20. I mean, more than likely he's going to have to go out and get a win, but he is by no means out of this thing. You have an ill-timed wreck with everybody in front of him, which it's Bristol. It's possible. It can happen. We've seen it in the past. I mean, oh my goodness. There is I mean, there's a lot that can happen here. Half mile, 15-second laps, and you have legends of the sport desperate to move on. Truex desperate to move on and extend his championship hopes in his penultimate season. It all comes down to this weekend, to this race. It all comes down tonight. And you have some unlikelies that are staving off, that are gonna do everything they can to hold their position in the points. Chase Briscoe, he is the one that is 6 points above a former champion, two former champions, and Denny Hamlin. Now, starting off, we got a Hendrick front row lockout. Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and then you have William Byron, who will more than likely take that outside row. Now, there is something to note. NASCAR has laid down the PJ1 about 4 feet around that bottom line. So we're going to see how long it takes to get that activated. Going to activate with heat. So we're going to see three stages of this PJ1. It's going to be the activation, run enough laps around that bottom to get that warmed up. Once it's warmed up, grip comes in, the bottom line becomes the predominant line, and then we're going to see the PJ1 begin to wear in the later stages, moving the racing line back up to the top. So that's and I love that Lee Diffie's calling the race. Is so awesome at this. So all right. Everybody's lined up. I believe they're talking to Bad Brad. And we got the fireworks all around the Coliseum. As pace car takes the hard left. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. And the short track, the last great Coliseum. I got a little too hyped for that, didn't I? And Bowman getting the push from Truex. Larson trying to make his way. Oh! Larson gets the pass on Truex, and Truex nearly turning himself. Kudos to the front bumper. Oh! Hamlin, he's driving like he's got somewhere to be. He's an 8th. As everybody seems to be taking the bottom, but Hamlin, he's venturing up. Now that's going to work for a few laps, but he's going to have to find his way down to that bottom. Well, that PJ caution. John Hunter. As it is John Hunter Nemechek bringing out the caution, and contact with the 99. Daniel Suarez. Did the 99 make contact? No. Oh, it looks like he just hit the wall and cut a tire. So So 7 laps already complete. We're under our first caution of the night. John Hunter hit the wall, appearing to hit the wall and cut a tire. So oop, my bad. So yeah, I mean, we're not gonna get any takers here as far as pit road. Obviously, we're only so it's okay. So let's while we're under commercial, we might as well do the recap. Do a little bit of a recap of the college football day that was today. And just sound like Kamala Harris. I tape up here. So we have a couple top 25 matchups here. Top 15 matchup, number 12 Utah beating number 14 Oklahoma State 22-19. The Kyle Whittingham defense showing up. Ohio State, Penn State, they take care of business against some inferior opponents in Marshall and Kent State. Michigan, the surprise of the day, beating USC in the Big House. What a game. Michigan scoring in the final minute to take that lead and reestablish themselves as contenders for the Big Ten and potentially the national championship. And then, in case you missed it last night, we had a good one in Lincoln. Illinois beating Nebraska in overtime in a top 25 matchup. Illinois 31, Nebraska 24 in overtime. So, that is your current wrap up as the lights are out on the pace car. And we are back at it, boys and girls. Bowman getting the jump. Truex to the outside of Larson. Can Truex clear Larson? Nope, not in turns 1 and 2. Or 3 and 4, I should say. As Chris Bell, he's looking for a way down to that bottom line. Ty Gibbs to the outside. He's trying to make his way to the front on the front and the outside. And it may very well be working. Gibbs up to 10th. Gibbs trying to utilize that top lane. As he's going to try to use that third lane. But Corey LaJoy down at the bottom, he's kind of filling that hole. Keeping the youngster from getting his way in. Gibbs trying to try to defend his position, I should say, on that outside. LaJoy trying to take away that top 10 spot. And as I mentioned at the top of this, it's going to be going through a few stages here, and it looks like the PJ1 is activated. It is warm enough to be sticky, and now we're going to get to the point where now we're going to see how long it's going to stay there, essentially, through the end of the race. But right now, it looks like that bottom line is the place to be. As this, Haley and LaJoy swapping seats next week. I wonder what that's about. I don't know if that's like a permanent thing, a one-off. I don't know. That's news to me. So we got the yeah. But so as it sits, Hamlin and Ty Gibbs are 10 points out of the playoff. Suarez is 13 points in, along with Truex being 10 in. Reddick 16 to the good. Chase Briscoe sitting in 5th. He is 18 points to the good. So Hamlin in desperate need. Right now, he needs to win. And yep, like the leaders have caught the tail end. So now for Bowman, it's gonna be about navigating through that lap traffic while you have one of the best drivers today breathing down your neck. So okay, so they have two different kind of sticky substances down at the bottom at the bottom there. Applied one before qualifying and then another after quali. Oh. And it looks like RCR is their little dash to dash at the end of the regular season has officially died out. I mean, to have Kyle Busch running 33rd, that's not a Kyle Busch problem. That's an RCR problem. Plain and simple. I mean, you gotta have real bad equipment, Kyle Busch, to be fighting to stay on the lead lap at Bristol, and we are 35 laps in. As Larson takes the lead away from Bowman. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, long week. Long week, and it's only going to get longer. Anywho. We got the 19 running down the 48 now. See how long it takes for old Truex, because again, Truex is in a he's on that bubble, and I mean I don't know if I'll be interested to see how hot Bowman's seat gets over the next few years with Connor Day and or what's his name, Day kid that made his debut in the trucks a couple nights ago, and then Connor Zilic. He's coming on strong. Because I mean, Bowman's a great driver. Don't get me wrong, but he's the weakest link. He's the one that nobody's saying that he can win a championship. Larson's won one. Elliott's won one. Bowman, pretty doggone close. And had it been the normal system, Byron would be the reigning defending champion. Had it been the Winston Cup system that we have come to know, love, and now desperately miss. And then you have Alex Bowman, who is been a favor for Dale Jr. from Mr. H. And he's done fairly well given the circumstance, but when you got those two hot rods, those two phenoms coming up through the rankings, Bowman's window is 2 years. 2 years after this year. See how Zilich does, or see if somebody undercuts Mr. H. Is able to get those young guns up to the Cup Series a little quicker. Oh, some contact and some metal came off between the 42 and the 5. Larson having some issues with lap cars. So, as we go back under the commercial break, and let's take a wrap around college football, shall we? Since it's the final Saturday night race of the year, we get to do a little bit of a wraparound of my favorite stick and ball type sport. Mizzou Vanderbilt in overtime as we speak. Mizzou getting only a field goal. Vandy having the ball, 2nd and 13. Well within field goal range. Miami in a fight in South Florida against the University of South Florida. Oklahoma, Tennessee remains untied, but only 4.5 minutes have dissipated from the clock. Bowling Green, A&M. A&M leads it 7-0. Ole Miss and Georgia Southern has yet to start. Going to the full scoreboard now. In case you missed it. Ohio State takes care of business at home against Marshall, 49-14. Penn State takes out Kent State, 56-0. Then the game of the week, in many people's eyes, USC Michigan, the show me game. And both teams showed up, played well. Just came up short for the Trojans, 27-24. Michigan reestablishes themselves as Big Ten favorites after getting embarrassed a couple weeks ago. Utah beats Oklahoma State in Bedlam, 22-8. So we'll come back to that as we are back to racing. Larson cutting his way through traffic. Bowman and Truex not far behind. Now with the as Byron ain't too far behind Truex either. And Bell is right on Byron's rear end. I almost said gearbox. I'm getting a little too comfortable with Formula 1. But nonetheless, it's so looks like Truex is the only one in the top 5 getting under 16-second laps. So we got, and I forgot to turn on. I forgot to add alerts. My bad. So, if when you do hit the subscribe button, please make sure to say it in the comments. That way I can thank you properly. Seems small. I mean, oh, Gibbs 4 points out. Hamlin 7 out of the updated playoff standing. Suarez and Truex both 4 points to the good. Briscoe 9, Reddick 10. Keselowski 38 points out as he sits. I'm looking for him on the leaderboard. 27th. As Suarez, he is now a lap down and only 1 point to the good. This, that's why Atlanta was so crucial for Daniel Suarez to try to get the win, either there or at Watkins Glen. This is disastrous for Daniel Suarez. As Suarez is sitting 31st, they've lapped up to 31. Eric Jones, the next one to fall into the clutches of Larson Company, as Larson opens up a 2.5 lead. As we're only a few spots away from another set of playoff drivers. 27th, 28th, Keselowski and Burton on a lap down. So Suarez has got to scramble to make sure he's that lucky dog. As now Larson is fighting to get around that 43. And we're 73 laps in. And this is the thing about Bristol and a lot of other short tracks. They're going to fight that leader tooth and nail and then let second on through. Does Larson have him here? And he's clear. He is clear the 43. The 99 no longer in the lucky dog spot. That is this is all right, we're going to commercial. So I left off with Utah. Kyle Whittingham in Utah beating Oklahoma State in Bedlam. Tough place to play. That crowd is right on top of you. So good win for the Utes. LSU pulls away late. 17, at least 17 unanswered by the Tigers after the Bruins had to put up a pretty solid fight in the first half. Notre Dame beats the MAC team this time being the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Louisville takes care of business against Georgia Tech 31-19. Arkansas State fall into the Cyclones, who is ranked 20th and undefeated in the newly formed Big 12. Then you have NC State falling hard in Death Valley to the Clemson Tigers, 59-35. And Northern Illinois is knocked off by Buffalo, 23-20 in overtime. What a game that had to have been. Man, if I knew that game was going on, I would have tuned in, but I was busy at work today. Yeah. And then, as the live game's going on right now, Miami in a fight with USF, 14-12, Canes lead. Still scoreless in Norman. They're sitting at zeros. Oklahoma, Tennessee. A&M still has just a 7-point lead over Bowling Green. Ole Miss already opening it up on Georgia Southern, 10-0. And then the UL Monroe Texas game has yet to kick off for Arch Manning's first start in college football. And the game in Columbia, Missouri has gone final. 30-27. Tigers over the Commodores in overtime. As the night race in Bristol returns. We are on lap 88. '89 of 500. As Larson getting held up by the lap traffic. Briscoe needing a big showing, and he's giving it. And he's trying to fight Hamlin off. Ty Gibbs also breathing down the neck of the 11. Trying to gain that all-important one position. As now they swap it up. Ty Gibbs to the bottom. Trying to use that PJ1. I wonder if a veteran Hamlin, knowing that PJ1 is going to wear off in this race, trying to get the car as right as possible up top. When you're as high up on the leaderboard as Briscoe, Hamlin, you're in that top 20. You can do a little bit of experimenting, as they've lapped up to 17th now. Zane Smith, the next one. Oh, Keselowski fighting. Keselowski's still got a little bit of fight in him. So the 5 trying to clear the 6, but to no avail so far. 5's working. That's another great thing about Bristol. There is nowhere to hide. It is a half-mile bull ring. Yeah, if you're in that top 15 to top 20 range, you can experiment with a setup a little bit, and you should be okay. And try to make sure that car is right. But yeah, if Keselowski keeps this fight up, he'll be able to at at minimum possibly keep the lucky dog. That's that's his best case scenario, as he's gonna get the big run off the corner. Nope, didn't clear him there. Didn't want to slam the door on the 6 yet. And he clear him. No. And there it is. Keselowski a lap down. In desperate need to not be a lap down. Or at minimum get the lucky dog. Zane, he's going to have to hope Zane Smith fights with everything he's got. As we go side by side, the fight between the 54 and the 11 still on. 14 and 24, they're in a fight. Got a quasi four-way fight for fourth. As the 11 and the 24, they're taking the high road. The 14. Oh, it's 14 now up top. But yeah, the bottom may be the fastest right now, but that that bottom is going to go away as the race progresses. So, I mean, if you're fighting to stay on the lead lap, then yeah, get your car right on the bottom, and then worry about the top later. But this is this has turned into a must-win situation for a lot of the playoff drivers who are now a lap down and nowhere near where they need to be. There we go. Cleaned it up. So, oh, he's got. Oh, Hamlin at bottom. But the 14 is going to get that run. As he clears himself on the 11. As it looks like they're. I couldn't see the car number. Josh Bilicki, I believe. Yeah, they're working on getting around Bilicki. As he is now 7 laps down. Josh Bilicki. So right now, Hamlin and Gibbs tied. Hamlin having the having the tiebreaker. As got playoff cars, lap down cars, then Bubba Wallace, a non-playoff car in that picture. As Larson got around both Hemrick and Barry. Now he's working on the 3 of Austin Dillon. As Grawl is about to go a third lap down too. Can Austin Dillon keep himself on the lead lap? As Suarez, so Hamlin and Gibbs tied. Ooh. As it's swapping back and forth with positions. Gibbs is gonna have to get physical here. May try to give the 14 a little bit of a nudge. As we approach the final lap of stage 1. And Larson takes stage 1. And what has really been a statement run so far. So stage 1 in the books. 23 cars on the lead lap. Austin Dillon able to keep his spot. Daniel Hemrick being the lucky dog. As your top 10 in stage points, you got Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Christopher Bell, Martin Truex Jr., William Byron, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs, Elliott, and Wallace. Bubba Wallace denying Ryan Blaney of any extra points. Ooh. Your tactics. Love it. So, wrap around. Let's do a little bit of a wraparound update kind of deal. Bring it up here. Refresh, just to be safe. So, as it sits, Miami still in a fight. 11:26 left in the half. 14-12 Canes over the South Florida Bulls. And Norman, Tennessee has the slightest lead, 3-0, with 3.5 minutes left in the first. Many people expecting a shootout. We have not gotten that at all. Bowling Green getting the field goal to make it 7-3 in College Station. Ole Miss driving down the field as they lead Georgia Southern 10-0. As the game in Austin has kicked off, Arch Manning throwing an interception in his first start. But they are the Longhorns driving. They will be scoring here very soon, it appears. And then you have the states. Ohio State, Penn State taking care of business against their inferior opponents. Missouri in an upset scare, almost upset, 30-27 over Vanderbilt in overtime. Michigan scoring in the final minute to upset, I guess you could say an upset. 27-24 over the USC Trojans. Michigan welcoming the Trojans to the Big Ten with a loss. Utah wins 22-19 over the Cowboys in Bedlam. And let's see how the round of pit stops go. On the front stretch, you have Hamlin 9.8, Truex 9.4, and Bowman get out a little bit quicker. Larson wins the race off pit road. Bell gaining a spot. He'll roll off second. And it disappeared on me. So, and Texas did score a rushing touchdown. Jaden Blue ran it in from 1 yard out. So that is your college football wrap up for tonight. So now that the leaderboard has updated after the pit stops, Larson won the race off pit road, as I mentioned earlier. Bell gaining a spot. Bowman in third. Truex fourth. Byron fifth. Gibbs sixth. Hamlin seventh. Bubba Wallace gaining a few spots. He's up to eighth with Briscoe, Elliott, Laney, 9, 10, and 11. And Logano sitting in 12th. Tyler Reddick back to 17th. And Austin Cindric, the other playoff driver, on the lead lap. He is currently 20th. So, near pretty disastrous outing for Harrison Burton, Brad Keselowski, and Daniel Suarez. And I will I'm gonna take a short break, grab a drink of water, and I will be right back. All right, we are back. And back green. Good lord. It looks like Bell is the first to clinch his way to the next round. I'm assuming that's what the white stripe means underneath. Now Bubba has been good here in the past. He could very well be an upset driver. As Truex is now 2 points to the good over Suarez. 1 to 2 points. And I'm assuming something happened to Gibbs. Speeding on pit road, probably. I would assume. Yep. And looks like Bell is looking for some more playoff points. I guess the story that's developed through this is, can anybody keep up with Kyle Larson? Oh, he's got Adam Stevens. Oh, that's a good crew chief right there. I always forget that Adam Stevens is the Bell. So Bell and Logano, the only ones that really have nothing to lose. As the 11, huge run down the backstretch. That 11 car looks like it's dialing in now. As Hamlin is almost clear of the 48. He's got him clear this time. Yeah, I mean, so I'm going to piggyback off what they're talking about in the booth about Alex Bowman and the rumors swirling around. I mean, he is the. I mean, it's the stigma that you get with the drivers that kind of. How do I put it? It kind of race their way in by going through and paying their dues the ways that they used to do in yesteryear. He's not the most sexiest driver, so to speak. Not that young phenom. But it always seems when the playoffs come, he's around. Now, as it sits, Truex is 2 points to the good over Suarez. Gibbs has a lot of ground to make up. He is 19 points out after what I'm assuming is a pit road penalty. And Chiefs Falcons tomorrow night. That is not going to be an easy task for Kirk Cousins and company. I mean, Chase Elliott, where has he been? I mean, for most of this year, he's been nowhere to be found. I mean, he's got a win this year. I think it's just one win. I mean, like, oh my goodness. From ever since that championship run he had in 2020, he has just been absolutely MIA. He won at Texas, but other than that, just where to be seen. And I'm quite curious to see. Let's see, NASCAR. Ooh, that gives averages and statistics. Love it. Alex Bowman. Oh, Chase does have an average finish of 10.5. Oh, at Bristol. Okay. So I'm gonna say let's see. Oh, I saw him. There he is. Yeah. Look, can't get the average finish for Elliott is 11.8 this year. A very quiet 11.8 finish. Oh, and Ty Gibbs, he's as I look up, he as Larson can see Ty Gibbs through through a couple cars. As I look for Alex Bowman, see what his average finish is. There he is. His average finish is nowhere near. (2024), his average finish is 15.1. Okay. Yeah, so to piggyback off what they're saying in the broadcast about Chase Briscoe, I mean, a win ail heals many ails. And that win at Darlington for that 14 has really brought them to life. And he's running well again as he rides. Oh, is he riding 6 right now? 7 points to the good. Getting himself some points. Suarez, he's back in the playoff, but to no help of himself. Truex has got to get to second to tie it up as it sits now. As Larson has opened up a 8/10 of a second lead. Hamlin not too far behind Bell. Hamlin's got a fast car now. They've dialed that sucker in, and he's looked like the fastest car so far on the track. Best lap came a while ago. Gosh, we're already at 192. Hamlin, looking, fighting, rolling. Hamlin, he is 8 points to the good. Briscoe 7. Reddick 10 points to the good. Truex is 2 points out right now. Gibbs 18 out. And then Keselowski and Burton 39 and 45 respectively. So I can pretty much call up the mortuary for Keselowski and Harrison Burton's championship hopes. So we're 71 of 125 in stage 2, 196 overall. And Hamlin's moved up a few spots since the restart. He's probably been the Larson is stuck behind a couple lap cars. 20 and 11 will be closing here. If I'm seeing that correctly. Quite difficult to see. All right, they're going to commercial. So, let's check on some college football, shall we? South Florida takes the lead. 45-yard field goal, putting the Bulls over the Canes. 2:36 left in the half. Tennessee has a 10-point lead over the Sooners in Norman. 13 and a half minutes left in the half. A&M 10-3 over the Bowling Green Falcons. 3 minutes left in the half. 17-0 for the Rebels over Georgia Southern. Very early in the second quarter. And Arch Manning shaking off those first start jitters now. He's thrown 2 touchdowns since we've left, and I believe a extra point's coming. So I'm assuming it will be 21-0 very, very shortly in Austin. And then I'll just highlight big victory for the Wolverines. 27-24, getting the game-winning touchdown in the final minute by Kal-El Mullings. I don't know if I'm spelling that name right, but we are. And what in the world? But yeah. And then you have Utah winning in Bedlam, 22-19, as Utah improves to 4-0 and getting their first win as a Big 10 or Big 12 team. Excuse me. Oh, their first win in Big 10 or Big 12 conference play. So that is your college football wrap up. And I am actually half tempted to get some screens going. You know, that's... Oh, gosh. Ow. Oh, my foot's asleep. I shouldn't be sitting this way. But here we are. Oh, Austin Dillon got a little loose. We're under caught. Oh, no, we're not. I got confused there for a minute. So, '88 laps are complete in stage 2. 213 of 500 overall. As we are sitting at 1 second. Checking to see if there is any newsworthy stuff going on. Oh. All right. Something. So, let's see. But yeah, so there is. I mean, these tires are not the same tires that there was no way that these tires are the same tires they had earlier this year. Like, oh, Byron only 20 points, 22 points to the good. But yeah, cars cars are tightening up. So these tires are not the same. They can't be the same because just a year ago, or just earlier this year, like those tires were wearing, and it like there was like real uh driver fall off, and it's just not the case here in here tonight. So, oh, that hurt. My foot is like asleep. Oh, I'm scared. Why is Max Verstappen trending? Oh, he just said something funny. Okay. But yeah, these tires aren't wearing, which kind of explaining why nobody's able to really pass. So so far, I'm gonna have to say it's a little bit of a letdown. So we're sitting at about 20 laps to go on the stage. But and they have lapped up to 24th. Everyone's 2 laps down at 24th. 24th on back. Everybody's 2 laps down. Then you got, where is Ty Gibbs? Only has 2 cars between, ooh, excuse me, between him and Larson. That's that's so. I mean, given the time, Larson is more than likely not going to get there unless something insane happens. But I mean, the lack of cautions today are only had the two. The one for I believe John. No, not John Hunter. Yeah, John Hunter. And then the stage break. So not much of not much of opportunities for guys to come down and work on their stuff. As Hamlin continues to work on his teammate for second. But yeah, with these cars able to run 125 laps with minimum tire wear, that is concerning. Because this race in the spring was so awesome, and th- this race, I'm honestly, it's been a letdown. It's been a letdown. There's no air around. Oh, 21 coming down, and going straight to the garage. Mechanical issues for the Wood brothers. As that officially puts an end. Oh, I mean, he was already pretty much out to begin with, but... Yep. Yeah. Burton. Out. As... Oh, a power steering issue. That's going to take a few minutes. So, power steering. Power steering doing the Wood brothers in. I have a feeling my leaderboard's off. Yeah, my leaderboard's off. Doggone it. This thing's got one freaking job. Gotta refresh it. Fixes. Still saying we're under caution. Oh. Oh, Logano! Logano around. Yeah, this thing. So Logano goes around. What? We're just gonna. Ooh. And we're just gonna put my ugly mug up. Because for whatever reason that leaderboard is not one to actually. So. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. As many leaders, come on down. I think everybody came down. This is going to be a big stop for that 11. Here comes Larson. Oh, the 11 is way back there. Okay. As Larson, the first car off. Hamlin gets up to second. Truex gains a couple spots on pit road. Oh, Tyler Reddick stayed on the track. Interesting move by the 45, trying to get those valuable stage points. Let's see if I can clean up the. Yep. Too much. Oh my god. Give me to the relaxing video. Oh my god. I am so tired of these freaking political ads. If you are going to run political ads, make them accurate. I'm getting so annoyed with how many times I see Trump Trump with Project 2025, and it's like he is not even associated with it. Oh my God. Figure it out. If you are going to run political ads, make sure they are very least accurate. That is all I'm asking out of political ads. I know you have to run them because you think it's going to change somebody's mind, even though it's not. Everybody has made up their mind. That's the reality. Everybody's made up their mind. But yeah, go ahead. Continue spewing bull. Anyway, back to the race. So Reddick taking the top lane. Now, this is going to be the test here. This is going to be the test. Will these tires hold against all those fresh Goodyears? I like this move by the 45. We've seen very little tire wear so far in this race. Not quite the fall off we were hoping. So 2 laps. And Reddick's already back. Oh, nice little diamond. As Larson sweeps the stage, Truex gets second, getting those valuable points. Briscoe finishing 8th. Blaney and Elliott rounding out the top 10. So, oh, I lost my screen. And so the full leaderboard. Miami regains the lead in South Florida, 22-15, gets the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It looks like. I'm gonna assume 2-point conversion. Tennessee has a 12-3 lead in Norman over the Sooners. A&M 13-3, just scoring that field goal to extend their lead to 10 points over the mighty Bowling Green Falcons. Georgia Southern gets on the board over their game against the Ole Miss Rebels, 17-7 Rebels. And Texas 21-0, and they are driving. So yeah, that's your wraparound of games going on. So and then let's see. Okay, so the top 10 in stage 2: Larson, Truex, Hamlin, Reddick, Bell, Wallace, Bowman, Blaney, Elliott, and then outside Byron missing out on playoff points. Cindric missing out, 16th. Gibbs 19th, Keselowski 26th. Well, Keselowski on back. They're laps down, and Burton is behind the garage with power steering issues. So there's that. Oh. So it looks like Justin Haley's seat swap next week with Corey LaJoy is has some Hendrick fingers in it. What does Mr. H see in Justin Haley? That is going to be interesting. And fun fact, Justin Haley's wife, her first name is Haley. So it's Haley. The fun little nugget there. So ugh. So Reddick, the lone lead lap car coming down pit road, and the McDonald's car. So we're going back to commercial. All right. All right, they're going back to commercial. So, okay. See, I'm just scrolling through X to see what's going on here. Damn. Oh my god. So, okay. That's an interesting nugget. So, I'm going to bring this up actually. Oh. So, Suarez has the ultimate tiebreaker, finishing second at the Glen. Or is it? So, okay. So, I'm going to get small again. Alright. And oh, hello. Window. Apocris. The greatest among us. That a little bit smaller. Okay, smaller. Cut that down. So this is the this is how the tiebreaker shakes out. Essentially. So Suarez has the tiebreaker. And it's the best finish. And So it's the best finish. Suarez has the ultimate tiebreaker over everybody with a second place at Atlanta. Blaney, third. Bell, fourth. Bowman, fifth. Reddick, sixth. And then Briscoe, sixth. So they would be tied. So Reddick has the tiebreaker over Briscoe since their best finish is sixth. And we're back to racing. So see if Truex can up time as we go the last 240 laps, more than likely caution free. We'll see how it all shakes out, but see, I wish there was more tire fall off. I really do. Oh, Briscoe clearing Christopher Bell. And Bubba Wallace making his way up to third. Really hindering the boss man here. As Hamlin is only 4 points to the good. Briscoe 3, Truex 1, Suarez -1. So that cut line is at 1 point here in this final stage. Suarez having the night from hell. As we are gonna see if the raw feed wants to work again. Maybe. No, it doesn't. Can we fix... Let's see. NASCAR live. I can spell. Live leaderboard. And I am getting absolutely nothing. Nothing. So, yeah. So, unfortunately, the leaderboard's having technical issues. Thanks, NASCAR. So, we'll, So we'll just have college football up, and I'll talk about racing. And if you guys want to steer the conversation over to football, oh, I'm not gonna be mad. Not mad one tiny bit. See if I can get. So there are all the live games. So if that's seeable, I hope that's seeable. A little bit easier for you. Yeah, scoot over, sort of. So we got football over that way, and then we're watching the NASCAR race. So scoreboard watching, NASCAR racing, points or leaderboard points leaderboard watching. We got a lot going on here. We got a lot. So, resetting here. Larson continuing the lead. He's led pretty much all but 5 laps in this race. all but just a handful of laps. And he is driving away from the 19. This is the problem with the with this with this style, this like playoff racing. You have Truex Jr., who's just simply trying not to screw it up. You got Bubba, who is hungry, but I mean he doesn't. Is he gonna be that guy? Really? Maybe, but I doubt it. You have Hamlin, who is just trying to not screw it up. Like you have a lot of guys that are just simply there to not screw it up. They're not going to get aggressive at any point. And so when you have a car as fast as Larson, it makes life easy. Quite honestly, it makes life very easy for you. Because everybody around you is just simply not going to want to mess it up. And there's not really a requirement to protect your stuff because these tires are not wearing. These tires are lasting more than 50 laps. And it's just not worth pitting. So I don't know what NASCAR did to the tires. But you know, somebody messed up somewhere. Because this race in the spring was absolutely incredible. And now here we are tonight. Tires aren't wearing. We've had the same leader the entire night. It was the same, essentially the same top two all night. And so we're watching slot cars, which kind of irritates me because I would have been more than happy if I knew this race would have gone the way that it had. I would have been watching Tennessee, Oklahoma. But here we are. So frustrating, dude. Frustrating. Because Pirelli, with F1, they don't miss. They don't miss at all. Their closest miss in recent memory was Cutter, and they could only go 18 laps. But we knew that going in. So as they run around the bottom of turns 3 and 4, maybe 1 and 2, somewhere on the track. But yeah, I mean it's just situational driving. And it's just mighty unfortunate. But yeah, so make sure to join me tomorrow or next Saturday night, where we'll be streaming Georgia, Alabama, and I'll get the thumbnail made up tonight because I am feeling. I'm actually pretty good. I'm feeling good. Although I gotta remember my gun. I forget it then. So yeah, got we got 300 laps, about 299 complete. Got 200 to go, and Kaz Growler coming down pit road. That might be a nice little weather balloon to see see if his lap how much his lap times improve. Although it's going to be hard to tell because it's Kaz Growler, but you know, if there's significant time to be gained, you might see some drivers come down. But yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. Because if you come down pit road under green, you're losing 2 laps. And you're not going to just make that back on raw speed. So let's take a walk around the league, shall we? Walk around the college football landscape. So we got 12-3 balls, 22-15 Canes half. What I'm gonna do? We're gonna shift. We're gonna attempt to shift some things up. I don't know if I can do it through YouTube, but we'll give it the old college try. Use ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da. I can some edits here, like I can. And watching football and Tennessee versus Oklahoma Sidecast. There we go. Now I'm just gonna add some tags. Tennessee football, Oklahoma football, SEC football, college. Oh. There we go. Save. All right, shifting gears here. Let me get some stuff worked out here. As we are going to there. You can exit that there. Bring that up. Then, oh, hold on over there. Oh, screw off. I hit the wrong. Doggone it. Yep. Yep. You're telling me there's no quad box. Give me a quad box. Doggone it. You're kidding me. Going live. It all over again. I'll be with you. I'll be with y'all in a moment. I just gotta get this set up. Go away. Live. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. There we go. We'll put that over there. That over there. That over there. Come on. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me right now? Come on, it's not that hard. You've got to be kidding me. There we go. There we go. No! It's not working. Doggone it. Alright. Alright. Little annoying. Touchdown, Tennessee. Please work. Please work. Ah. Never get a Mac Air. They suck. MacBook Pro can do all this crap, but I don't want to risk. Ah. So irritating. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put the race on the TV. I don't know why I exited all that out. Just out of pure frustration. So we'll oh, leave me alone. Oh, there's a quad box. Okay, where is this race at? It should. Oh, come on. Then, God, that's so irritating because the quad box even comes up on the phones now. So I want to be able to watch all the happenings. Son of a gun. This is next. Got it. Join live. Let's do it again. So we're gonna get a few. We're gonna get a few games in here. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take up all this. So we got Tennessee playing too. We got Tennessee, and they are kind of giving it to the Sooners. Because they'll be they're $1.40 away from half. We got all the happenings going on. So 19-3 in Norman. Tennessee laying it to so something happened to LaJoy during my shift here. Yeah, I want to know what changed with the tires from earlier this year to this. There's not enough fall off to justify pitting like there was earlier this year. Nine seconds for Hamlin. 9.4 for Truex, and he's going to get out in front of Hamlin. And this is so unfortunate. The potential that this race had. So we'll see how that shakes up. A little bit of issue on pit road for the 14. Not nothing super major, but I'm sure he lost some positions out of it. As they go empty. Is that a new quarterback in for Oklahoma? I think there's a new quarterback in. I don't remember. Yeah, new quarterback. Jackson Arnold taken out after going 7 of 16, 54 yards and a pick, only averaging 3.4 yards. And yeah, Oklahoma's just going to punt it over to Tennessee, and Tennessee I would expect to take a knee. They're going to knee it out, and they're going to go to half. So the saving grace goes away as the Sooners having an abysmal offensive half. Making a quarterback change, it looks like, to number 9. What his name is. Michael Hawkins Jr. Martin Truex Jr. too fast entering. Massive mistake in the money stop. So how does that shake up the standings? Now Truex, they still dropping 12, 13, 14 points out. 15. As now Suarez getting that. And I think Suarez took the wave around. Now we're going to get a fight we might actually get a fight here. Hamlin, Larson, Elliott in third, Blaney in fourth. Bowman has clinched. Bowman is officially moving on to the next round. Larson gets a great jump. Elliott right behind, and he is going to clear Hamlin. And the 23 looking to clear, and he will. What is going on with Hamlin? As Elliott, I've talked a lot of crap about him earlier in this race, but he's right there. No milk carton needed for the 9. And oh, the 23 got loose. As Hamlin takes third back. Hamlin 12 points to the good. Truex officially 21 points out of the playoff. And he's only got 160 laps to make up those 22 spots. And can Ty Gibbs clear Bowman here? Now Bowman's going to get the early run on entry. Oh, Blaney getting physical with Bell. They're beating fenders. That's how you cut a tire. They keep doing that. Stuff's heating up in the back of the pack. As Larson just drives away. Already nearly a second clear of his teammate. They are at the half. Scoreboard. Yeah, that was only top 25. Oh, Bournemouth and Florida International. They are tied in the final minutes with Monmouth driving. Florida State and Cal. Florida State has a lead in the late third quarter, 7-6 over the Golden Bears. The undefeated Golden Bears, I may add. Ooh. Highlight that. There you go. Toledo in a delayed situation. Leading Western Kentucky, 2010. 14s in Minneapolis between the Hawkeyes and the Golden Gophers. So about 16 minutes until Tennessee and Oklahoma back off. But yeah, as far as the Bristol, the speeding penalty by Truex, that may very well do him in, as he's got to make up 20 spots. And he is currently sitting Of course not. Dude, can please, for the love of God. As Truex sits 24th. So he's got to get to 4th on this run. Because all the pit stops are done. You can make it the rest of the way. Tire fall off has not been an issue. And Suarez is 3 points to the good. Ty Gibbs trying to get redemption from his pit road issues. He's in 8th. He's got to get to 5th. Oh, that might be an issue. What? Oh, the 43 just comes across the nose. What in the world? As Suarez, he is 32nd. 3 laps down. So let's catch up here. Monmouth has the lead over Florida International. Everything stays the same here in Miami, in South Florida, I should say. 22-15. Washington leading Northwestern, 17-5. Washington looking to score again. 7-6. Cal might be trying a field goal, maybe. Might be trying a field goal. We'll keep you posted on that. Louisiana Tech leading Tulsa 19-17. Troy over Florida A&M 12. End of the third. Sam Houston giving it to New Mexico State 21-3. North Texas leading Wyoming 41-17. A&M 8-10. Bowling Green has had a pretty good year considering. I know they're 1-1. That one loss coming in a close game with Penn State. It was close for a very long time. South Carolina leading Akron 22-7. And Bowling Green just scored. There could be an upset in College Station yet. Bowling Green was very, like I was saying earlier, Bowling Green was very game. Very, very up to the task against Penn State, who, in all estimations, is a much better team than A&M. But 14's in Minneapolis. 13-6 in the Michigan State Boston College game. that is in Boston College. I've said over and over about my weird man crush on Jonathan Smith, the Spartans head coach. Face all white. Making it a little bit harder to see, but yeah, Suarez and Suarez is now 4 laps down. I mean, 16 drivers is way too freaking many. Like, the NASCAR's got to do something with it. This isn't great. I mean, you can have 107 cautions in the race. Guess what? Larson's going to be leading. Because it's just how this goes. 340 laps led tonight. 379 complete. He has led all but 39 laps. Like this is the thing, and this is why I'm very hesitant with like when you have cars that are so heavily single supplier that if you don't get the tires right, it's slot cars. That's kind of what we're seeing here. As Hamlin's car is beginning to a 1.5 lead. Briscoe up to 5th. He's 7 points to the good. Suarez sitting at 3 to the good. As we swap over, let's see what's going on here. Gibbs has got to get around Bubba, Blaney, and Briscoe. In the next 115 laps, if he wants to knock Suarez out. And Truex just doesn't have the speed. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a not great day. Not the day we were hoping for in racing. I mean, I guess you can just sit back and enjoy the dominance, I guess. But, the situation for pretty much everybody doesn't call for being aggressive. Just hang on where you're at and survive to next week. Like, would you like to win? Yes, absolutely, no question. But the bigger prize comes with, quite simply, being patient. That's the bigger prize here. Be patient, relax, and hold firm. Now, we are also covering Oklahoma and Tennessee. That game is currently in at the half. Oklahoma has appeared to make the quarterback change. I just made the switch to expand this this stream, to include Oklahoma and Tennessee. And once this race concludes, we will go to a quad box and finish out some of these games. So, at the conclusion of this race, this will be a football live. And next weekend, Alabama, Georgia. I will be live for that. So, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stick around. Hit the subscribe button. It would be awfully appreciated if you did. So, Larson has a 2.5 second lead. We're at about 100 laps to go. Yeah. The football game is currently at half. And I mean, and this race essentially calls for the drivers to just the drivers outside of Ty Gibbs and Martin Truex to just hold firm. Don't do anything too risky. I mean, Bell can go for it, but there's not much he can do 4 seconds back. Am I? Okay. But so the 20 trying to oh, things are getting a little physical between the 20 and the 11. How aggressive does the 19 get to stay on the lead lap? I mean, an ill-timed speeding penalty for the 19 done him in, and now he's just fighting to stay on the lead lap. Is the 14 now getting underneath the 11? Trying to get some cushion for oh, the 11 and the 99. And Suarez is going to be seething under that helmet. As now the 5 is nearly about to put the 11 or the 19 lap down. As we check over to the football game that's still on commercial, so we'll go a wrap around college football and see all the happenings. East Carolina and Liberty is delayed. Don't know why. Miami now stretching that lead 29-15. South Florida was very game for a long time. Washington leading Northwestern 24-5. UConn taking it to Florida Atlantic 41-8. Cal leading Florida State 9-7. Big man on campus, that kicker, over in Berkeley. Troy leading Florida A&M 27-12. Tulsa leading Louisiana Tech 17-13. Sam Houston leading New Mexico State. No stats apparently. Nobody from ESPN could get out there. I don't blame them. North Texas leading Wyoming 41-17, and we are back to football. As Oklahoma takes the fair catch, and will start on the 25. So we'll get some replays of Jackson DeArnold's rough night in Rocky Top. Oh, Tennessee has the ball. Excuse me, I spoke. Tennessee with the ball, leading 19-3. And we'll see what Oklahoma does on offense later in this game. As the Vols go with a little run here for no yards. That play coming from where'd he go? Dylan Sampson, and again, nice little run here, third manageable. And John Hunter with the fastest lap somehow. Larson with a 15-2. Back over to happenings in the state of Rocky Top. This one in Bristol. As we got 3rd and 5 on the game. He go back to throw, hits it, first down. First down Vols. As we are 80 laps away from seeing who is moving on to the round of 12. As 3 seconds separate the Hendrick cars leading this thing. Larson has led all but 39 laps in this so far 424 lap affair. 424 of 500. And Suarez is 4 points to the good. Over Ty Gibbs. Martin Truex now a lap down, 21 points out. With a costly speeding penalty on the money stop. What we expect is the money stop, I should say. Oh, Larson catching lap traffic, losing a second. A blink of an eye. And Byron's night has just gone south. Now, a lot of things can happen at Bristol. We have got many happenings going on. Wow, 6 penalties for the Vols for 46 yards. Second and 24 for Nico and the Vols. So Larson, Bell, and Bowman have all advanced. And short gain. So it's going to be third and... If you can keep up, good for you, because I'm struggling here. Oh, it was incomplete. Never mind. Third and 19. Oh, it's about being... Never mind. Okay, they're ahead. ESPN's ahead. But good decision by Nico, though. Knowing the situation. Not trying to do too much. So Tennessee's going to punt it away. And we'll get to see what kind of halftime adjustments Coach Venables and the Sooners have made. Oh, makes a man miss. He's going to get some yards. Good return. Peyton Bowman returned. Well, apparently it was only for 6 yards. And it looks like Arnold's heading back out on the field. Got the helmet on. Or he might be talking to Hawkins. Hawkins also has a helmet on. He is the other quarterback who may be taking, who may be getting the opportunity to try to bring these Sooners back. So, Oklahoma and Tennessee goes to commercial, and we focus back on world's fastest half mile. As Elliott, he has chopped that lead in half thanks to lap traffic. .400 laps led for Kyle Larson. So the last person to lead 400 laps at Bristol was Kyle Busch, 16 years ago, which would be a long time ago. See. 2012. No, 2009. Something like that. If you can do the math, good for you. Because I can't. Not right now. So, Ty Gibbs in a peculiar spot. He's behind a guy that is trying to keep him behind for the championship. Ty Gibbs 4 points out. Suarez out. Oh, moved up to 5. As Keselowski comes down to pit. So under green, they can just go onto their side of pit road. and go straight out. And now Reddick is a lap down. So yeah, if things hold firm, which they look like they are, they're Cora is having the day from hell. Gonna be able to hold on and advance. So Ty's got to start getting physical. Got 47 to go. Over to the game, we got 3rd and 13 for Oklahoma. As they throw a little screen there, gets a good chunk of yardage, but not enough for a first down. So Oklahoma will be punting the ball back to Bulls. So we'll swap over. Oh, and the 54 got loose. As Priest has entered the fray. Wow. So essentially, this sucker's in the books unless something happens. This sucker is about Dunzo. So 38 to go. Larson has extended that lead to 3.2 seconds. So let's see. Let's see if pitting is actually feasible. It might be for Ty Gibbs if a caution comes out. It may be feasible. Now that Chastain gets around 8 points to the good for Suarez. Yeah. So yeah, all the 99 has to do is finish. Because you got Truex, he's out. He's essentially out. Keselowski's essentially done. And when the chips are down, the 54 is looks like Tennessee's moving the ball. No, big play by Tennessee. Did it catch? Yep, that's a catch. So Tennessee knocking on the door to score. And nice little run, getting them to the 25. It'll be second and about 7. So most laps led belongs to Kyle Larson at 437. He is passed. He is actually passed Jeff Gordon at Martinsville when he led 431 laps in 1997. But yeah, Hamlin needing a big day, getting that big day. And Briscoe, he's 11 points to the good. Because we got 18 to go. Nobody within an earshot of Larson. Oh, and Larson's going to put Ty Gibbs a lap down. Lapped up to 13th, Larson has. And now a caution will not save Ty Gibbs. Yeah. I mean, I wish there was more suspense here, but there just isn't. Tennessee's taking control, beating the tar out of Oklahoma. Larson beating the tar out of everybody on this track. As now Gibbs isn't even in the lucky dog spot. We are at 3.5 miles to go. There's just more cars 3 laps down. In this mile and a half to go. Larson 6.5 seconds. He has lapped his way up to 11th. As the white flag flies, nothing is going to stop as the 99 lets the 54 through. But too little, too late. Larson just dusts the field. As the late speeding penalty by Truex does him in, opens up the door for Daniel Suarez after having some good runs at the Glen in Atlanta, saves him in a rough race here. And the championship dreams on the penultimate season of Martin Truex Jr. come to an end. Keselowski, his championship hopes dashed. And the 5 gets to light it up. 462 laps led of 500. That was just a masterclass from Kyle Larson. He could have probably driven in reverse half this race. As Owen Larson getting in the window. His son. You can't boo the kid. You can't boo the kid. Taking the ride around Bristol. In car. What a cool moment. What a cool moment. All right, we're gonna end it here. It was I'll give my thoughts on it later this week. Thank you guys for stopping by, all 148 of you. Greatly appreciated. And we'll see you later this week with some NASCAR.